I don't know what's going on. No idea what's going on. I don't want that open. No idea what's going on at all. I think what I'm going to do is after live, I'm going to go in and clean my phone. I'm hoping once I get my phone turned on that these issues will stop. There's pampas in, well, if it's farmland, it has to be man-made. Because farmland is not natural. Hey, nature fan. Now, it depends. If it's temperate, no. I mean, farmland would be man-made. Steppes are not man-made. Steppes are, now if you're talking, are we talking steppes or are we talking prairie? Because it's two different things. We're not talking terraces. Steppes are a type of grassland. Steppes are flat. For the most part. You need to go in. Well, I'm not sure that's the exact word for them. But they're... Those would be man-made, yes. I need to make a post. It's okay to get them confused. Anyway, we were about to do another engagement activity. So, that sounds good. We're going to do fact or fiction. So, the four sentences I'm going to read to you are either a fact or it's fiction. It's a lie. Number 1, the wooded steppe is generally found between the temperate forest and the grasslands. Fact or fiction? Welcome back, nature fan. So that one is fact. Number 2, the climate is often too dry to support a full arid steppe, but too wet to be an arid steppe. What? The climate is often too dry to support a full arid steppe, but too wet to be an arid steppe. That one's just weird. I think I know what's being said. Oh, I read it wrong. Okay, the climate of the wooded steppe is generally too wet to be an arid steppe. Hi, Marco. Number 2, the climate of the wooded steppe is generally too wet to be an arid steppe. The climate of the wooded steppe is generally too wet to be an arid steppe. And then we'll talk about the other one. How are you, Marco? If you're still there. By the way, if things get screwy again and it boots me, we're done for now. I'm not gonna come back in. Okay? And I don't know. It is. I'm waiting to see if Nature Fan responds. So that last one is a fact. The last one is a fact. Yeah, I saw that. That's terrible. I didn't think anything could get Chuck Norris. So the climate of a wood steppe. Let's talk about this for a second. Is often too dry to support a full arid steppe, but too wet to. Never mind. No, apparently not. The plants found in this ecosystem thrive primarily in deep shade. The plants found in this ecosystem thrive primarily in deep shade. These are hard, I feel like. The plants found in this ecosystem thrive primarily in deep shade. It is fiction. It's just a wooded steppe. Yes. So a prairie would be a prairie, like a short grass prairie, is steppe by definition. This would not be um completely open sky. The African savanna. So hold off. The plants that are found in the wooded steppe are plants that don't thrive. A meadow is a steppe. Um, not not necessarily. There there is a type of thing called a meadow steppe, but this is more of a variant of the Eurasian steppe. It's often found near forest zones. It has a meadow-like appearance in the summer with tall, dense grasses and broadly flowering plants. Again, A meadow, or again, a steppe, by definition, only gets around 10 to 20 inches of rain a year, whereas a meadow can get, and oh, I gotta be careful here because so a meadow can get 15 to, the meadow steppe can get anywhere from 15 to 31 inches of rain a year. So very different from the steep or steppe. Not as arid. So it depends. The biggest steppe that I'm aware of starts in Hungary, so like Eastern Europe, through to China, or at least at one time it would have. So yeah, there might be some big ones in South America as well. So we have one last one to talk about. The African savanna is a type of wooded savanna. The African savanna is a type of wooded steppe. Okay, so it is fiction. So a savanna, by definition, is a tropical grassland. And there are trees sort of scattered throughout. The thing to keep in mind is that with at least with the wooded steppe or forested steppe, it is groves of trees. Not just talking, yeah. So savannas are often tropical grasslands, while the wooded steppe is found in temperate zones. So yeah, it's two. Now, could Africa have steppes? I'm gonna say yes, but that's an uneducated answer. Okay, so Africa does have steppes. So there are steppes and there are savanna. So typically, there are steppes in northern Africa, like Algeria, Egypt, Libya, Mauritania, Morocco, Western Sahara. You're also going to find it in South African areas. This is a transitional region between the Sahara Desert and the Savannah. So Africa does have steppes. A little bit confusing, but we got there. Okay. Before I forget, announcements. Sometimes I get busy and I forget to do these. My life, for those of you that don't know, is getting interesting this weekend because I get to be a kitten uncle for a few days. I am getting a 3-week-old kitten that I'm going to be babysitting tonight, all day Saturday, and and maybe parts of Sunday. So, and it's on an every 2-hour feeding or 4-hour feeding. So, I'm hoping that I don't even know, like, I've never met the cat. My sister says it's kept in a box. I have no idea. She said that the poor thing was found in her garage, along with 2 siblings that didn't make it. Mom, I don't know what happened to mom. Don't know, but anyway, lives may be a little bit wonky because of having him around. Wait, 4 weeks maybe? I don't know, something like that. Last picture I saw, the eyes weren't open. I'll find out when I get him. His name is Lucky. So tonight, we're doing something a little bit wonky. We're going to do pine barrens and hardwood swamps. I feel like we've already talked about hardwood swamps, but we may be doing them again. We're going to be doing extinct animals. We're going to do 2 birds. One is, I think it's a bird. Pretty sure it's a bird. I have not paired these up with anything. I think it's getting ready to be a month. Pine barrens are unique environments here in the United States. I don't know of any other area that they're in. And then that is going to be Saturday's live. And then we have Pyrenean ibex. And we will, of course, be pairing that up with another animal. And then Tuesday, we are going to be doing trivia at 1 o'clock. It is going to be zoo animals. And then March 20th, or also Tuesday, we're going to be doing ethnobotany. Weird things that plants are used for that have nothing to do with medicine or food. And then upcoming videos, I just put out horsehair worm, which I think was a fun video to do. And then we have the next one will be Mexican, the Swanee Mexican shell. I hope I did justice for it. And then we have Swanee River. Again, I'm hoping I do a little bit of justice to the subject. Karst is completed. So we may get, you may get Karst before you get the Swanee River. And then the black, and then we're going to do spiders for a week. So if you don't like spiders, maybe not watch it. If you love geology, you're going to love the karst video. I hope I did justice for it. Just as a reminder, for those of you who are new, yeah, you could do that. I would implore you to watch. Maybe you'll lose some of your arachnophobia. I go live Tuesday, Friday, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. unless I say otherwise. You don't have to go anywhere, but for those of you who are lurking in the background, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and those of you who have not turned on notifications, you are missing out, because that's how you get to find out if I'm canceling live, because it'll pop up. So you don't miss upcoming episodes, including a deep dive into the horsehair worm, which was just put up for video, and our next habitat focus, which is pine barrens and hardwood swamps. Join us for our next live stream, which will be tonight at 6 p.m. hopefully, and then Tuesday, Friday, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. to continue exploring the natureverse and everything in between. That sounds really bad. But that's what's coming up. I need to add some more videos or some more shorts. Whatever. I know what I mean. Other upcoming videos that you should be watching out for. I'm trying to get back on track. I've managed to give you 2 in a row. We'll see what I get done today, because I don't know how long it takes to feed and bathroom and clean up and all of that stuff for a kitten. So coming up this next 7 weeks. We're going to do the black weaver spider, dark fishing spider, common house spider, red widow as a venomous animal, and from what I hear, red widows have a really bizarre venom. Raft spiders, woodlouse hunter spider, and we'll be looking at adaptations that allow it to survive, and then a red spotted ant, and then we are going to do another week of subscriber choice videos. We'll be doing spring, creek, rock reefs, Simosuchus clarkii, Majungasaurus, and 2 others that I'm gonna put into the video because I don't like messing up names. You know what? Women may deal with pregnancy, but they don't always, that doesn't always translate over to being afraid of spiders. So those are the other 2 animals that we'll be talking about during that coming up week. I don't know if I've ever heard of a covered basket star. To be honest, oh, have I ever covered basket stars? I will have to see, because I've done a lot. I've been around for 10 years. It's fun, the things that I've covered and the things I haven't covered. Apparently not. It is 2:17. Does that mean my hour is up? Guys, I'm going to go. I am going to start a video. Or no, I'm going to research a video. Because that needs to happen. And I will talk to you later. I will try and introduce you guys to Lucky tonight. I'm sure I'll have him. I'm not sure what time. but I will try and have him where you guys can see him. So, if for no other reason, come out for that. And I will see you guys, as always, in the next one.